Let's take a look at some of the new features in this release. We added a tooltip to the New dropdown. Now you can easily see which template will be used when creating a new drawing. We also added a My Insights tab. My Insights is information that's provided to you based on your AutoCAD usage. You might see suggestions for commands and functionality that you could try, along with other productivity insights. This content is both informative and actionable. Building on the trace feature introduced last release, you can now create traces in AutoCAD Desktop in addition to the AutoCAD web and mobile apps. Share a drawing with traces so others can collaborate on your design. You can also contribute to traces created by others. Use the Trace toolbar to hide and display the trace contributions for each contributor. Right-click a trace on the palette to remove your contributions from a trace. The new Markup Import and Markup Assist features use machine learning to identify markups and provide a way to view and insert drawing revisions with less manual effort. Use Markup Import to overlay a scan or a photograph of a drawing that has hand-drawn or computer-drafted markups. Markups can be imported as a PDF, PNG, or JPEG file. These markups can be the entire drawing or a portion of the drawing and are placed in a new trace. You can change the visibility of the drawing background to increase or decrease the transparency of the markups. The markups in the imported file are identified as multi-line text, multi-leaders, and revision clouds. With Markup Assist, you can insert those identified markups into the drawing as geometry. We updated the count feature to allow counting objects or blocks within a specified area. You can specify the entire model space, a rectangular or polygonal selection area, or select a boundary object as a count area. I'll use the Count in a Specified Area button with the polygonal option to draw a new count area. The count area defined in the previous count session can also be used in the current count. The new Macro Advisor feature provides suggested command macros based on your command usage. These command macros are intended to aid in productivity by reducing time spent on repetitive tasks that can be automated. A command macro contains a sequence of commands and system variables to automate tasks you perform frequently in AutoCAD. For example, if you frequently rotate an object after it's copied, the Macro Advisor might provide a macro that allows you to copy and rotate an object in one command. Command macros can be added to the Save tab of the Command Macros palette for later use. Right-click on the command macro for a list of available options, including adding the macro to the ribbon, launch the command macro editor, rename or delete the macro, and more. After adding the macro to the ribbon, you'll have an option to add it to the Quick Access toolbar. Command macros can also be edited or customized for your specific use. Based on customer feedback, we made a few changes to the floating drawing windows. An anchored command line window now stays with the active floating drawing window. Right-click the title bar of a floating drawing window and click Move to File tab to quickly return the floating drawing window to the main application. A floating drawing window can also be pinned to remain in front of the main application window. We redesigned the look of the Drawing and Layout tabs to make it easier to see which tab is active. The Drawing tab overflow menu has also been updated by including a checkmark for the active drawing. This icon displays when the number of open drawings exceeds the space available in the user interface. The technical preview of a new 3D graphics system included in the last release is now fully integrated into AutoCAD. This new graphics system leverages the power of modern GPUs and multi-core CPUs to offer a smoother navigation experience for larger drawings. The new graphics system is on by default. It can be turned on or off using the Fast Shaded Mode system variable, or from the Graphics Performance dialog box. When active, the modern graphics system works in viewports using the Shaded or Shaded with Edges visual styles. We also added a few general drafting enhancements in this release. The new Extend Vertex Grip option on polyline objects adds a vertex to the selected polyline extending from the selected end grip. The mLeader command now has an option to select an existing mText object to use for the new leader. We added a new cut-base command that copies selected objects to the clipboard, along with a specified base point, and removes them from the drawing. You can paste the objects into a new location using the specified base point. See the product help for a complete list of new commands and system variables related to the new features.